Hi, Data Fam. Today, the topic is Makeover Monday, week 46. On the screen is a barbell chart. The user has a choice to select either year of 2022 or the year of 2023. Upon selection, this list sorts the commodities by the change percentage, putting the highest positive change at the top and the lowest negative change at the bottom. Now, since an increase in the price is typically a bad thing, I've colored the increase as red and the decrease as blue. When you hover over any of these data points, it gives a breakdown of which commodity it is. Let's look at the data first. When I download the data from the website, we have column A, commodity, B, the units, C, D, and E are the respective years of 2021, 2022, and 2023. When we bring this data into Tableau, the columns go F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5. The first step to clean it would be field names are in the first row. When I choose that, the first row becomes the name of the column. The cleanup is not yet done. We know that Tableau, being a tabular aggregator, works best in a columnar dataset, which means the years of 2021, 22, and 23, which are in three separate columns, need to be pivoted. I select them and then right click, pivot. Double click, call this year, and the pivot field values as values. Change my year to be a date type, and the values can remain as integers. Let's understand how the data is arranged. Commodity, the unit of those values, and the values over year. Let's change the default property for the year. Right click, default property, date format, custom 4Ys. That will leave just the year format. Since this is a mixed metrics where you have dollars by kg, for gold we have dollars by troy ounce, the best way of representing data would be as a percentage of change. If I right click on this and choose quick table calculation, percent difference, and then compute using year, to see the absolute values, let me drag that and drop it over. When they show me, it would show both the value and the change over here. Now, if you observe under 2021, the difference in values is not there. It is present in 2022 and 2023 because we have 2021 to compare with when we choose 2022, and we have the value of 2022 as our datum when we choose the year of 2023. Now that we understand the data set and how the data is structured, let's go ahead and design the solution for our users. We want to give users a choice of 2 years. Our year being 2022 compared with 2021, and the other year being 2023, where we are comparing values of 2022 for year over year change. I've created a year parameter, which is date type, and I've given it a value of 2023. Based on the user choice, I've written a calculated field where I'm saying if my chosen year in the parameter is equal to the year for current year choice multiplied by value returns the current year or the chosen year value. That's one formula. Now to find the previous year, I've written another formula where I'm date add, remove 1 year from the parameter choice. So if I'm choosing 2022, my previous year would be 2021. With that previous year calculated, I'm using that formula to compare previous year with the year, converting it to an integer type and multiplying it with the value to give me previous year value. If I were to drag current year and previous year into the table, Here, since my chosen year is 2023, my current year value corresponds to the value column, and my previous year becomes 2022, and the previous year value aligns with the value for my previous year. This tabular view is a good test for me to check that my calculations are working. There are a few other calculations I've written. I'm going to use this boolean to prepare color legends as well as to show increase and decrease year over year. Formula is simple. Sum of current year is greater than sum of previous year. When it returns true, it means that my chosen year has a value greater than my previous year. This formula I've used in the year over year calculation. Since my boolean current year greater than previous year returns true, putting a not will make it false. So if the condition is false, only then return year over year. This will give me the year over year decrease. Conversely, my year over year increase formula is if current year is greater than previous year, then return the year over year. The reason why I have two different fields, one for the increase and one for the decrease, is for the purposes of coloring them separately. When I hover over it, you see in the tooltip, it's an arrow pointing up, colored in red. And when I hover over a blue lollipop, the values point down with a blue color legend. Behind the scenes, these two formulas have been written into the tooltip one beside the other. Let's now go ahead and design this lollipop chart. In a new sheet, drag commodity to the rows. The year over year percentage formula is sum of current year divided by sum of previous year minus 1. The default property, number format, custom, is like so. When it's an increase, which is the part before the semicolon, it's an arrow pointing up with a precision of 2%. After the semicolon signifies the decrease part, so it's an arrow pointing down with a precision of 2%. And then the second semicolon after that part is the one which signifies no change. So I've put no change under quotes, and then I can drag this year over year into the calculation. Let me then drag the year over year to the columns. Make a copy by holding down Control and dragging year over year to a pill beside the column. Then right click the axis and say dual axis. Right click again and synchronize axis. Make one of the marks card back into a bar. Resize, make it narrow, and there you have the beginning of a lollipop chart. Under the all, control drag year over year to the rows. Change it to a discrete. This way, I can easily sort. Under the all, drop the current year greater than previous year boolean. True, which is an increase, is marked red. Decrease is colored blue. You can choose any color according to your liking. From here and on, it's pretty much cleanup. Right click, untick show header, go to format, borders, get rid of the row divider, get rid of the column divider, under shading, row banding, increase the level, include the commodity. You may choose to hide the row labels, hide field label for rows. To add more context, we have to add a couple of values to the tooltip. Holding Control down, select current year, previous year, year over year increase and decrease. Drag these values to tooltip. We get more context. Click on tooltip and clean it up. Color the decreasing blue and the increasing red. Current year is our parameter value. Drag previous year into the tooltip as well. Go back to the tooltip, change the previous year to the calculated field previous year. Now that we have the lollipop chart ready, let's create another sheet called select year. Drop the year to the columns and the text. This would serve as the sheet which the users can toggle between the choice of years. Bring this into the dashboard, arrange it, write some description, stitch it together, and then on the dashboard action, use the select year parameter. This parameter gets fired when we select a value on the select year sheet, which has these two year values. The target parameter is the year parameter. The source field is the year column. Set this to keep current value. Click OK and OK. Test that when we select 2023, our current year changes to 2023. When we choose 2022, our current year becomes year of 2022 and the previous year becomes 2021. A simple yet impactful capability to sort by the change based on the chosen year. Hope you find this helpful. Do check out my YouTube videos. I'll leave the link in the comments below.